Get ready for the most delicious smoked teriyaki ribs you've ever tasted. Okay, for this recipe, we're gonna use St. Louis cut ribs I got from the local grocery store. You can also use baby backs, or you can use the full rack of ribs that have the rib tips on them as well. This recipe works both ways. So, let's cut them out of the package here. Okay, they're out of the package. Get you a paper towel and kind of wipe these suckers down. Now you're gonna see some like hanging meat, some fat, any kind of hanging meat. I'm gonna just kind of trim that off. Trim this off. There's not a whole lot of trimming that you have to do to these things. Yeah, I like the top. Top looks good. Okay, this little hanging stuff, I'm gonna get rid of that. Now there's membrane on the back. You can leave these if you want. If you're gonna leave the membrane, just score it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off. So get you a nice one sheet of paper towel and then kind of just pick the one end up and then just rip it off like that. Okay, so after you get all the hanging meats and everything looks good, you're good with it. I'm not worried about some of this fat here. It's gonna render out on the grill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of fold this up. Stick them in a Ziploc, like so. Then you're gonna get your favorite bottle of teriyaki sauce. I've tried a lot of teriyaki sauces, and my favorite so far has been the berry teriyaki. So I'll shake this up. Now, if you're going to do more than one rack of ribs, you're gonna use a whole bottle to marinate. Since it's just one rack, I'm gonna use just a half a bottle. So we're gonna half a bottle, put it on there. Save the other half because we're gonna use that at the end. Okay, we got our teriyaki sauce in here. It's gonna marinate the ribs. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 4 hours, and then we're gonna pull them out, we're gonna season them, and we're gonna throw them on the grill. Okay, when they come out of the bag after being marinated, I will not dry them off. I will not pat them down. I will not do anything. But we're gonna start seasoning, and I'm gonna season the bone side first, and our presentation side with the meat up, we're gonna do last because we want that to look real good. So today we're gonna start off with our hot honey garlic rub. I think this is perfect. It's got a nice little kick to it. It's sweet. It's got the little garlic flavor, and it turns out perfect with these teriyaki ribs. All right, we're gonna let this sweat for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it over and do the presentation side. Okay, 10 minutes is sweated on the back side. Let's get this presentation side knocked out. Whew. Same rub, we're gonna use the hot honey garlic rub. This is perfect for teriyaki ribs. So we're gonna do kind of a medium to heavy coat on top. Boom, we're gonna let those sweat another 10 minutes. Let's go fire up the grill. All right, today we're gonna use the Green Mountain Grill pellet grill. I'm gonna crank this sucker up to 250 degrees. And these are gonna be no wrap ribs. So we're gonna let these suckers go until they're tender, and I'm gonna show you a cool trick on how you can poke your ribs to know when they're perfectly tender. All right, ribs have been on for 1 hour at 250 degrees. We're going to start spritzing now. Every 45 minutes, I like to spritz the ribs. But before I jump into that, if you found any value out of this, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, send it to a friend. For the spritz, I like to use I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, and I will spray it every 45 minutes until it's finished. Don't worry, down in the description below, I will have the entire recipe listed and the exact detail on what you need to do. Okay, so we're about 2 hours and 45 minutes in right now. A common question that I get asked a lot is, how do you know when your ribs are done? I don't go off temperature, but if you were to go off temperature, it'd be about 200 to 206 degrees is when ribs would be done. For me, it's all about feel. I like to go by feel, and if it's tough, then I know they're not done and I'm gonna let them ride. So a cool trick that I'd like to do is I will take out a stick of butter and leave it on my countertop, and I will let it get to room temperature. And to get the feel on, well, you know, how's it supposed to feel? What's it supposed to feel like? This is how it's supposed to feel like. You get your room temp butter. Grab a thermopen or something sharp, a toothpick or something like that, and then I will just poke this butter. I'll just poke it like that. That feel is exactly how your ribs should feel. All right, let's go check it out. Okay, let's check these out. Whoo, man, they look good. They feel good. So For the people at home that like to know what temperature, these are at 202 degrees and they feel absolutely perfect, just like butter. Okay, so now I know I got about 10 or 15 minutes left. Wow, they feel very tender. God, the aroma. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is with my other half of the teriyaki sauce that we saved, we are going to add that on top, just like so. Okay. And then I'm going to brush it in. Okay, so let's give these another 10 minutes for that sauce to set up, and then we'll pull them off. All right. Whew. I'm ready to dig in these. They smell so good. The hot honey garlic on here. Oh man, it's got the bend. All right, so when you cut these ribs, you're gonna have to flip them over. It's easier to do it that way. You can see the bone and you can see where the meat is. So you just follow that meat. Oof, gosh, they're slicing beautifully. I wish you guys could smell this right now. Look at that smoke ring. It's got the good old smoke ring on there. All right, I gotta taste it. Perfectly bite through. Juicy, look at the juice. So juicy. You guys enjoyed this recipe? Wait till you see what I got cooking on the next video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss a thing.